up. Nah. We can't do that. What's going on with this? Let's try this again. I'll see y'all there again. Hold on. What am I doing with the technical difficulties? I can't do my entrance song. We got to get the song done. Let's get this entrance song again, man. Go get it. Hey, go get a snack. Y'all go get a snack right now. Let me get my entrance song set up, man. Yep, there it is. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up and then hit that live stream button. Eagle be right in. Well, anyway, that's how you come in anyway. Even though my players acted stupid today, my music, got to have my entrance music, but it's acting up. So, but anyway, we still got it done. That's how we do. I'll be right there in a second. Hold on. You know I'm not prepared, man. I'm always prepared. I gotta get my tea though. Yeah, if y'all start your crap today, it got me laughing and stuff. Then I'm gonna have to take another pause, man, because I got to go get that water. I don't have the water right there, so I'm gonna have to go get that. Y'all know what it is. Look, man, who up in here, man? Shoot, I see 2 web watchers that came down the web. I don't know who else coming in and out. We know how y'all do us though, but we gonna catch y'all one of these days, man. Even if you're a mod, man, we gonna catch you. We gonna catch you doing. We're going to catch you doing the slick stuff, man, the dirt. But anyway, salute to my brother out there, my little brother, Gil Coles. Well, I just got to put that headlock on him. Anyway, he said, salute to him. He said, sup, Eagles. Well, then, of course, your host went up into the chat to say I'll be right in. Then Shadow 979 up in the house. Salute to him. He said, salute Eagles Web Boxing. Got the eagle up good, always got the web up good in the glove, man. Always real talk boxing up in here. And y'all salute each other out. Yeah, but we always on the real, man. We ain't on no fake stuff, man. We ain't on all that hearsay stuff, you know what I mean? I don't like to get caught up in there because I don't want to be stuck. Like, I don't want to turn into a gossip channel. Because it ain't nothing worse than when you go to a chat or something like that. They're talking about one thing and they're making it seem like it's so legitimate. And then they retract in their statements. I'm like, see, that's what you get, man. We wait. Hey, this is Eagles Web Grown Folks Boxing Chat, and we wait. And our main thing here is, well, one of our main things is we worried about that dotted line. We worried about that dotted line, and you see, this want to say something right now. That you see the gentleman right below my video stream. You know who that is, right? Everybody knows who that is. But anyway, we're going so he's going to be on our showcase today. We're not going I can't do enough for him in a small time. So we're going to do him a little bit at a time. But what we're talking about is that set today. We're going to talk about these so-called sets. You know, because everybody wants to be a boxing professional when they talk about skill sets and stuff like that. But it has to, a lot goes along with a skill set. See, I just let people talk. I let people talk. And then, like I said, we come in here and discuss. And so that way, once I discuss it with you, at least I'm understanding what you're saying and you're understanding what I'm saying. And we're going to have a conversation about it. You know what I mean? Gil, don't start no, man. Don't make me get on. Hey, yeah. You want me to get at you? I'll get at you, brother. Don't worry about it. I'll get at you, man. You're going to stop that. Who was the face of boxing today? We already know. We know who the face of boxing is, but the thing about it is we don't want him to be the face of boxing. I mean, when I say that, I'm not saying it now. I'm not saying it in a hateful, like despiseful type of manner or nothing like that. But it's just like, damn, dude, why are you the face of boxing? When your ass, you should be on your way out, man. It's like, and see, and this is kind of wrong though. But if nobody can put him out, just like MTM when he was on his way out, if you can't put him out and his skill set is just there, is just better than yours, then it's nothing I can do about it. Because I don't fight. You know what I mean? I'm not no 147. I can never be 147. You know what I mean? My bones weigh 147. So I couldn't be at no 147. You know what I mean? So I don't know these people. If you can't fix it, so if you can't become the face of boxing because the face of boxing is still around and it's nothing you can do about it, then just start making up excuses and stuff. Start saying that you're gonna take roll breaks and stuff like that because your money ain't right. Just start doing stuff this non-championship type stuff. Then that's all I'm saying. Just start doing stuff like that. But I read what you wrote though. Yeah, but I'm not gonna get deep into that part of it because you guys already know. You know what it is, man. It is what it is. We can't control it. All we can do is just support and just stay as boxing fans. That's all we can do. And that's all Eagle gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do, man, is stay as a boxing fan. That's it, man. But I try to give you guys a little bit extra. I try to do a little bit more. And I always appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate people that actually really mess with me. I got people that come in and out. Y'all see them every once in a while. They come in and out. They visit every 2 months or a month, something like that, and they just come through. But there's no ill will towards them. I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna unmod them or something like that. And yes, they do something wrong. You know, especially the people, y'all that come in here all the time. If y'all say something, then hey, we'll talk about it. Then maybe I have to get rid of them because a lot of times I don't get to watch everything that people do. So, but there's a lot of suspect stuff that happen, you know. But anyway, good Wednesday to you. So everybody, hope everybody's doing great. Hope your families is doing good, and I hope that you are open arm. And when I say open arm, that means that you arm yourself mentally and physically for anything that's outside of what you would consider normal in this unnormal place that you live in. I just put it that way. So just be careful out there. You know what I mean? Just be careful and, you know, take care of your family. Just take care of your family. That's what I got. That's my public announcement. Is I try to keep it nice and simple and stuff, man. I don't know, man. Did you guys notice if they actually put my video back up? My live? Yeah, it happened to me again. You already know. I know y'all wondering what happened. What happened, Eagle? Yes. They stomped on the last live for some reason. Really? It wasn't even, I don't even think we had any annoyances in here. And matter of fact, let me go in here just for 1 second, y'all. Because since he got his name out there, so let me give him a shout out, see how long he lasts and stuff, and see what y'all feel about him. Let me see if he's still up here. So I'm just gonna give my announcement out. Just if a person makes themselves known, then what I'll do is I will give them their shout out if they make themselves known. And I'm trying to see. He should be in here. Maybe he's on. Okay, there he is. So we have a new person. I'm gonna welcome him to the web right now. And he does have a little bit. He has subscribers too. So he has a little bit of a channel too, and that's Brandon Archer. So y'all see him, don't? So he's probably not. He's not. He actually did sub. So he's not a troll. So there's Brandon Archer. I think he even has like about 90 people on his to subscribe to him. I haven't been able to check him all the way out, but y'all know what it is, man. At least if Eagle gave it to you, that's what it is, man. So at least we always welcome. You know, we get 1 or 2 at a time. We don't get everybody. Yeah, there you go, Shadow 9. Yeah, that's what they do, man. They can't help themselves, man. Messing with the Eagle. Leave the Eagle alone, man. And there you go. See, Gil. You know what? I'll still respect you, brother. You're my little brother, man. But like I said, that's why you need headlocks. Cause your ass, you can't get right, man. He said, attention, Pacquiao is not the face of boxing. He don't like that at all, but he just don't like the fact that Pacquiao is the face of boxing. He don't like that. And Pacquiao's in his family. He might be, he might be related to him. He might be related to him. He still don't want him. Oh, Pacquiao ain't the face of boxing. Attention. Oh, you got your attention there? Wait, hold on. Freaking Gil. Yes, that's Gil Coles, though. That's Gil Coles, though. That's him. Is that him, y'all? Is that him? Oh, Gil. But that's how me and Gil gonna go back and forth like that. I don't have no problem with Gil. I'm gonna mess with him though. If he gonna come in here with that, you know I'm gonna mess with him. Yeah, but Shadow 9, that's cold though, ain't it? That's wrong, man. That's just totally wrong. to mess with my small channel like that, man? Huh? Really? Y'all come in just to mess with my channel? Man, y'all get all the way the hell up out of here with that messing with Eagles channel, man. Get up out of here with that, man. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of smoke talk. We got a lot of fighters out there just blowing smoke. They just talking. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You guess what? If we don't see it, then you ain't doing nothing. If we don't see it. Now, if we see it, then we can talk about it. Yeah. Yeah. And see, I did put in a claim. I put in they got me on some kind of copyright shit. But anyway, I put, yeah, stop it, man. Don't be mentioning it. Hey, don't mention that, man. I'm gonna get, now I will get you for that, man. Stop worrying about her, man. He's still worried about my girl. Don't worry about her, man. She'll be through. She'll be through, man. Right now, it's just not a good time, man. I'll talk to her. I'll tell her to come by and say hi, whatever. Yeah. But Gil Cole's got one thing on his mind. He worried about sundresses, well, not one thing. Because he's thinking about sundresses, the summer, what he get, what his eye candy, what he can go look at, so that's why he tried to hurry up and get his work done. So he go out there, he probably want to hit the beaches up and stuff like that, or hit the malls up and look and see what sundresses is out there and stuff like that. And then he want to come in here and bother Eagle, try to upset Eagle's flow, and that's it. And then he might have a couple of more things that he does, but that's it. But I'm trying to go through here and see. I'll say I got my live. Okay, so my live's up. So my notifications went out. Anytime I get a notification, I know that the notifications went out. All right, let me see. So, okay. Yeah, but we got people out there. You got all these fighters talking about what they want, what kind of smoke they want, and what they want to do and stuff like that. Shut up. But we breaking this down methodically. You know what I'm saying? We breaking this down on a weekly basis, monthly basis, like that. That's how we break it down. So we do day at a time, and then we do, then we break it down. We do a week, then month. Just break it down like that, and slowly. So we trying to keep it in line. Every once in a while, when we do this, we'll have to go back to something else. But I don't want nobody. Don't get distracted if we do have to go back. You see what I mean? Yeah. And they got a lot of crap up in here, though. And I hope they don't really mean this, that Michael Nunn, did y'all hear about that one? Michael Nunn is supposed to be coming back Saturday. He's supposed to be kickboxing now. So Michael Nunn's supposed to be kickboxing. Yeah. But that's not, we're not going to, we might throw him in there too. He might end up in the conversation. Well, he's already in it. He got an Eagles web. Guess what? Michael Nunn, you made it again because you're back in Eagles web. I used to like him a lot. I still do like him. He had a style that only like James Toney could probably beat. And he did. But he shouldn't have beat him though. He just wasn't fighting. And that's good that I bought him. That's good that he came up, that he popped up. It's good that he actually popped up because then now we can, when we do this breakdown, we'll be able to see what I'm talking about, even when it comes to fighters. That, when you got a certain skill set, if you got a certain skill set, then keep your damn skill set. Stop losing your skill set and stop getting the skill set beat out of you. Look at Streamlabs is working on somebody. Look at JT the Brown up in here, man. Joseph Brown up in here. Salute to Jay Brown up in here, y'all. And Jay Brown says salute to Eagles. Well, let me get back up here and see what y'all doing. Come sit by me. And Gil Coles, you still mad at Manny for humbling your boy? Yeah. See, because Gil is stuck between a rock and a hard place, really. You know what I mean? Because he may be related to Manny, he just don't know. Or maybe he does know. But then again, his homeboy, Keefe got handed up by him, so that's like two family members fighting. And since he's closer to Keefe, of course he's gonna get upset because he's closer to Keefe. So he's still salt. He still got a little salt sprinkled on him. Oh, he's got that. Gil got that salt on his back. It's itching. Yeah, look at it. Now he talking. Yeah, I see his little conversation with you. Yeah. But Jay Brown up in here. Extremely getting some work. Yeah, Jay to the Brown. Yeah. Oh, Jay Brown, he said Michael Nunn's checks must not be clearing. Yeah, he needs some more money. They coming, and we talked about this, man. I said, remember we talked about this, how people just start coming back. It's just the disrespect for boxing. Let's get into it a little bit, and we'll go back and forth, man. I'll read what y'all wrote, and you know what I'm saying, y'all go ahead and y'all can go and blow the chat up. Be nice though. This is Be Nice to Eagle Day, because it's the 15th. 15th is usually like the middle of most months. So we're in the middle of the month. So this is Be Nice to Eagle Day. Let's switch it up, y'all. I'm not gonna do this in like any kind of particular order or nothing like that. But our whole point, we're gonna make these points. This is our whole point. So I'm gonna just start, and we're gonna break these down, and we're gonna talk about this. Let's start right here. Let's start. Matter of fact, let's start here, because I have no idea what it is. That's right. We talking about the late, great Sugar Ray Robinson. We're not doing one of the greatest videos on him, but we just want to see that when you got a weapon and you are a great fighter, you use your weapon any chance you get to. And so that's what we want to talk about today, is the skill set, the set. Because we have a lot of fighters today. And as y'all see, that punch is named the perfect punch. That punch right there, that is named the perfect punch. And you see, I'm just showing you I'm just showcasing it to show you. I want you to look at the hip motion when he delivers it, and look where it's at. It's not wide. That hook is tight. It only gets loose. Look where it is when he delivers it. Look how tight it is to his body. So he torques it, and my man goes crumbling. I mean crumbling. Now that's a hook. Look how far he knocked him. So that's what you're talking about, being planted and stuff like that. But one thing what Sugar Ray would do is he liked to spin off that right foot when he delivered like certain shots, and sometimes that foot will go up. But that is weaponry right there. See, when somebody's just like, but that's named the perfect punch. But he had all kinds of different weapons. But today we got fighters who they may only have one weapon, maybe sometimes two. But most of the time they have one weapon that everybody talks about. And so we're going to talk about what's the difference between what Sugar Ray Robinson done to his opponents compared to what these welterweights and other weight fighters do to their opponents now. Now, we're going to look at some of these things, and you're going to see, like, wait a minute. Now, he wants to get that left off because that's like one of his best weapons. All of his punches was weapons. But he used that one like when he just wanted to go home, like, get your ass out of here with that. Gil Cole said Roy versus Ray in their prime. I don't know if, see, the thing about Roy, I don't know if Roy, if Sugar Ray would have fought him, he would have probably had to end up fighting him at a higher weight. I don't know if Roy would have been at like 147 or something like that. I don't know if Roy would have made like 147. At 147, Roy would have got smoked at 147. At a higher weight, he had a better chance. But all the movement and stuff, see, the thing about Sugar Ray is he's very patient too. Both of them smart fighters, but one thing about Sugar Ray, he's going to wait. He's going to wait. He's going to let you do what he do. And we're going to get into it where you'll see. Now, I couldn't do this the way I wanted to. I couldn't get all the clips I wanted to get because I'm trying my best not to get that copyright bullshit, even though these are older clips. So let's look at something else. So now we just see the setup because we don't know how that guy got into that position. But we notice that if you quickly look, he's just standing. He's probably already getting beat up on, and the feet are like, look at his feet. It's like he just, please knock me out. It's almost like he's begging to be knocked out. Okay, so let's go to another one, folks. Yeah, so here we go again. And you see that's somebody else. But what happened is, see what Sugar Ray Robinson did is he'll let you, like if you just gonna come walking in, like he's coming in, the guy, he has a good boxing stance, but he just come walking in, and that as soon as he took a step, that was the timing. Boom. If you notice, right? As soon as he takes the step, watch what happens as soon as he takes that step. Because he was taking the step and he like, I'm gonna throw. Like he was about to show no respect for Sugar Ray Robinson. That's what he's about to show. He's about like I'm gonna show no respect right now. Just watch. Watch the left leg. It even went up like he's stepping forward like I'm gonna show no respect right now. Watch. He was about to throw a jab and then a right hand. You can see it all set up. And before he can do it, Sugar Ray Robinson is just that fast that it was over with. Boom. Like, lay your ass down. I know we're watching like one punch, but we're talking about the weapons. We're talking about the skill set. But we're going to get into, it's going to be more. It's going to be more than that. Yep. Sit your ass down. That's the sit your ass down punch. Okay, that's the sit your ass down. So 4. There we go. A nice little clip here. And remember what I was talking about, how you fighters backing up? Like I was even talking about Wilder, how he's backing up the wrong way. Watch the footwork. Yo, you see what happened though. You see what happened. You see what happened. He's getting that count, and it's all over with. He's getting that count. It's a little bit grainy, but you see he's getting that count. But you see what's happening? The fighter's stepping forward. And Ray, he bounces back so quick. But he bounces back and then he pivots. But then if you notice again, he landed a right early in the round. And then right there, he was able to land that left. He was able to get him in that position. And then there you go. Raise the champ up. There you go. Raise the champ up. So they clinched up. But he threw like a right hand. Before the guy could get anything done, he stepped back and then boom. He was expecting another right, because like I said, all those hands they weapons. Both hands is a weapon. When you both hands and all your punches are weapons, then you can do stuff. You can do all kinds of stuff that people won't expect. And we watch it again. Here we go. Left, right, through the overhand, bounce back. Now I got back in position. Look at the foot. Look at the feet. He in position. Bam. Got in position, and then here comes that up. So we talk about. Let's pause there just for a second though, because we talk about like these fighters today. So you got fighters today. As you watch that, let me close that out for a second. Oh, then that's right. Put Eagles mug up here. Eagles face. Eagles mug. There goes Eagles mug right there. So a lot of these fighters today that we talk about certain punches that they have, like for instance, like Wilder, they talk about his right hand. So what is people doing and why are the boxers so effective at staying away for so long of the right hand? See, is because you have to do other things besides just use your main weapon. But if everything you got is a weapon, then there's really nobody really to compare with you if everything you got is a weapon, right? But if you only have one weapon, and we're not gonna, we'll get into it later. I don't like to, I don't know. It seems like I jinxed. I don't know. It seems like I messed Wilder up or something the last time by giving out all that information. But we talk about what can you do as Wilder? What can you do in order to be able to get your best shot off? You got to be able to get your best shot off. So we got to figure out what you got to do. And so for instance, like Danny Garcia, he's supposed to have such a great left hook. His left hook is nothing like Sugar Ray Robinson's, believe me. I don't think somebody like him fighting Sugar Ray Robinson, you could probably make it a 3-round fight. Schedule it for 3 rounds. Because he'd get pieced up too quick, too slow. Not enough footwork. Yeah, not just too slow. So what does he do? Because a lot of times he's not able to land his punch. And that's his weapon. So what does he do in order to be able to land his punch? First of all, you got to come up with different techniques, different angles and stuff like that. You got to do different stuff. You got to make them. You got to make your opponent not think about your weapon anymore, because you're doing so much other stuff. See, and while you're doing other stuff, you're studying him to see what he does. Gil Cole said, "I got Daddy for the upset." Yeah, okay. On which one? You talking about you got Daddy for the upset on what? On not you ain't talking about EJ, are you? Yeah, he's not gonna. Yeah, I got Danny. I got Danny for being upset too. Anybody else got Danny for being upset? Danny gonna definitely be upset. Let me try my best to enjoy my tea while Gil messes with me. As y'all can see, man, Gil Cole cannot help himself. That's him. Gil Cole's, that's him right there. Yeah, that's him. That's my little hard head right there. He ain't gonna stop. That's what he do. That's all he does, y'all. That's all he does. Yeah, that's all he does, man. So two fighters. So we just was talking about two particular fighters, what their weapon is, right? So I'm gonna tell you some fighters that have a lot of weapons that people just don't see it. Defensively, they got a lot of, defensively they got a lot of skills and one thing they have, like the Charlos, for instance. A lot of people, they disrespect the Charlos, but the Charlos those are throwback fighters, man. People just don't get it. Those two fighters are throwback fighters, man. Those are not no modern day fighters, man. They fight in the modern day, but they throwback fighters, man. They could take you. You got to beat the life out of them, man. Don't y'all understand? The same thing with Earl, man. Y'all. That's the one point that y'all missing, is that you got to beat the dog, you know what, out of them in order to win. And you got to be willing to beat the dog crap out of them. You're not going to win if you can't beat the life out of them. You're not going to win. Now one of them slipped up, and got outboxed. But a lot of people feel that he didn't get outboxed. But he came back and did what he had to do. And he's not going to make that mistake again. He's going to go in there and take the heat. Whatever you bring, that's what they're going to take. But they have some punishing punches, and they got, like, how do you get out of the way? How do you even get close enough to take a right uppercut? God dang. And I'm talking about that's male. I mean, male and Maul. Both of them got that. They got good jabs. They got good hooks and stuff like that. But I'm saying, for a fighter nowadays to have all those weapons. So we talk about Cinnamon Bun. So what's his weapon? It's mostly the right. But what did Floyd do to him? What did Floyd do to Canelo? Did you watch it? I watch it. That's part of my study. Part of my study is to watch what Floyd did. And Floyd was just too much. He was just too much quicker, and he kept going to that stomach, and Canelo just looked like a little amateur. And people thought he was inexperienced. He had like 40-something fights. Get the hell out of here. It's just a lot of times when your opposition ain't nothing, and then you go into a championship fight, and then you end up being nothing. And I don't like to talk about him that much on this show, but you think about MTM, when he had the biggest fights, he made them look the easiest. When he had the biggest fights. And I'm not talking about the first Maidana fight. Yeah, he just fought the wrong fight. Made it too close. But he came back and whooped him. But when he fought De La Hoya, made it look easy. Remember when in the Gotti destruction? Oh, my goodness. In the Corrales destruction? Oh, my goodness. You know, I'm talking about fighters that was supposed to be so fair. And the Manfredi destruction. But what fighters are doing that now, though? Danny versus EJ, then Keith gonna get them belts back. He said, play the flute. That's right, Gil Coles. I ain't mad at you. And then Joseph Brady said, Daddy, best punch will be null and voided against Spence. You don't want to throw left hooks with a southpaw. I know. That's what, you don't want to throw left hooks against Earl. And Earl, plus, matter of fact, Earl is going to let him throw left hooks. That's the thing. That's what people is not understanding. Earl don't give a shit about his left hook. Earl wanted him to throw a left hooks. Earl wants to beat him up. Believe me. Earl does not like to just beat you and win, But if he just beat you and win, he'll go on about his business. Okay, I beat you, I won. You know, he'll just go on about his business. It's not, no, he don't need to re-smoke you. It's just like, I already beat you, that's it. Let's go on to bigger and better things. I'll hit you back. I'll get you back later if I need to. But Earl likes to beat people up. And I'm going to tell you that even Bud likes to beat up people. But Bud just don't. When people talk about resumes and stuff like that, Bud got to get his ass in there. And this ain't no Bud hate or nothing like that. But you got to fight somebody else, man. Get your ass in there and fight. That's right. But Jay Brown hit it. He hit it straight. That's a straight shot right there. Okay, let's get back in. Let's look at it a little bit. Let's look at another clip here. Look at another clip down right here. And see, this is, like I said, when he, now, you probably, some of you will understand what's going on and some of you won't understand what's going on. The opponent is actually he's actually trying to go back. He's going back he's going back because he's really scared. He's going back, but he's not ready to counter and he's not ready to do anything. And so we talk about the left hook, but look at the overhand. And not just look at the overhand, but look at where the overhand lands. He hit him right in the face with the overhand. Bam. And then when we see him, I told you he likes to be on his toes. And he's actually, when he's digging, he's kind of digging wild. People think, oh, he'll get caught. He's digging wild because he's right then the guy. He knows the guy can't do nothing. No power. He's not worried about the guy. And you look at how he's throwing those punches, just like you would at a heavy bag. The same, he exaggerating. And the reason he's exaggerating, because he's showboating. And yes, Sugar Ray Robinson did showboat sometime. Because he actually, the first uppercut that he threw was a bolo shot. If you look at the right uppercut, it's actually a bolo shot. Then he started cleaning it up a little bit and he starts throwing hooks. But that overhand, like bam. Okay, I'm just gonna hit you with the overhand. And it's called opportunities. Yeah, it's called opportunities. That's what it's called. You know what I mean? It's all called opportunities. And whoever you're fighting, whoever is presented in front of you, that's the way you got to fight them. You know, you got to fight them the best way that you know that you can fight. You know what I mean? If you want to show to the crowd, because right now a lot of these fighters they're pretending to the crowd. No, but show us. Get in the ring and show us. And so you watch, even when he's starting to, it's almost like it's an exaggerated shoe shine. So he's kind of an exaggerated shoe shine, but nice wide punches to just let everybody know and let the ref know that I'm doing what I want to. And you see when he goes down the second time, look at the way he goes down the second time. See, that's what you didn't. You don't get that. The way he went down the second time is he's not facing the ropes until he gets hit. That last hook, that left hook, because he got him all thinking about everything else, and he said, "Well, I'm gonna finish you off with the hook, since you disrespect you. This bolo shot and this other shit is working, but you still trying to hang in there. Now take the hook." See, and like I said, your best weapon, even that was probably the weapon he liked to use the most. The best weapon, you want to try to disguise it, and he just did everything in this fight. And back in the day, they used to describe that as hitting him with every punch in the book, everything but the kitchen sink, stuff like that. And that's the narrative right there. Boom, the bolo shot, but it's crazy the way he actually spent all the way around. He stumbled back and spent towards the ring, towards the rope. Look, bolo shot, couple of shots, bam. But who's doing that today? Who's disguising and just throwing all weapons? Who's just coming at you and just throwing all weapons? I'm talking about as somebody who's game and fighting. This guy is not like he wasn't fighting or wasn't trying to fight, because he's actually throwing punches. He's like, I'm going to hook with you. He tried to hook with him, and that's where he made his biggest mistake. He throws a left hook, it gets blocked. It's kind of a slick way that punch didn't land. Because Sugar Ray was actually punching the same time he was punching. That's why that punch didn't land. And then, that overhand right. Are you kidding me? He wasn't known for an overhand right, was he? Yeah, he was known for every punch. He's known for all the punches, right? But that's it right there. I got to put my face up in here right now because Gil's starting some crap again. Oh my goodness, Gil. What? I want you to see my face when you say that. So, I know you're not getting the attention that you wanted, right? So I'm gonna give you some attention now. He said Porter throw everything, but the difference between Porter and see, I didn't want to throw Porter underneath the bus, but Porter, your ass gonna have to go underneath the bus a little bit today. See, but the difference between that is Porter throws everything. Let me put that back up. Porter throws everything. Let me see if I got the right one. Yeah. So Porter throws everything, but is Porter thinking when he throws everything, or is Porter just trying shit? All this is calculated. He knows exactly how hurt the guy is, if the guy can hurt him and all that, and he's showing to the crowd. Porter does not throw punches to show to the crowd. Porter just throws stuff. Let's see if I got it. Porter just throws shit just to be throwing shit. Let's see. Let's see if we got it. I might have it. Now I gotta find. See, that's cause Gil, man. That damn Gil, man. We interrupt this show to deal with Gil's ass. Now here we go. Let's see. Maybe it's in here. I'm gonna try to. I think it was in here. Oh no, was it? Okay, it was under. Was that under exhibition? I know what he wanted to see. So let me see if I think I still have it. But there go Gil Cole. That. But sometimes you can get away with stuff. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can get away with stuff even when you shouldn't get away from it, or that you shouldn't. Sometimes you can just get away with stuff. And this is what he's referring to Jay Brown. Jay Brown down there laughing. Look, Jay Brown, look. So what's the difference? Now we just watching a great master. What's the difference between something like this? And matter of fact, you get to see the whole thing in slow motion. See? Now what's the difference? Does he even have his feet on the ground? Look. He is actually doing a frog punch, right? He's actually leaping, but Polly is stupid. He know Polly ain't got nothing. But you could do that against Polly because Polly ain't got no punch. But that's a big difference. Now you're looking at that. And of course, this is for the exhibition fighters, of course. So of course, Khan and Polly's in there. And Tevin Farmer, and there's other people just in there that because their skill set or they're punching. I mean, that's the way you become an exhibition fighter. You can have power and still be an exhibition fighter, because if you have zero chin, if you got zero chin, then you're probably an exhibition fighter. If you got zero punch, you're probably a candidate for exhibition fighter. You see, zero punch, no chin, no stamina, or just can never get stamina, you're probably going to be labeled as an exhibition fighter. So it's based on a few things like your skill set and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, is this what you're talking about? Because if that's what you're talking about, that has nothing, that cannot match up with this. Because he's hitting it with all the punches in the book, but he's loading up everything, and the guy that he's hitting is not has punch, can punch too. He's not a glass jaw guy. It's just that he's taking some shots, man. If you look at everything, look at the last hook. Look at the last left hook. Forget all the Bolo showing off punches, because that was a trick. That was for the crowd. He's like, look what I can do to the crowd. All that stuff was for the crowd, but then he just, when he got tired of the guy, he came back with, he finished him with and fighters don't know how to do that. Like a fighter might be like Bud, like he might be sticking his tongue out and all that stuff. But when you sticking your tongue out, then you getting hurt. You can't be getting hurt when you sticking your tongue out. Right? If you sticking your tongue out, you're supposed to be hurting somebody. Don't stick your tongue out and get hurt. Bud said he will fight Porter if he doesn't get an opponent for the next for the next fight. Okay. He should make the fight because there's nobody else since Ugas ducked him. Well, we could say what we need to about Ugas ducking him. I'm going to go with what Ugas said. I'm not going to go with what nobody else said. Ugas said he wasn't offered nothing. And y'all can point the finger at who you want to. There we go. Y'all can point the finger at who you want to, but Ugas said he didn't get that opportunity. I'm gonna say he didn't get that opportunity. I'm gonna leave you with this here. I'm gonna leave you with this. If y'all don't understand, y'all come to Eagles Web so you understand what this means. So I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm not even gonna mention his name today, but I'm gonna leave you with this. So if Ugas didn't get the fight, then that's who I'm gonna blame for it. But there's no way you can't compare what's being done there to let me pull it up to this here. And this is in slow motion. Oh wow. So Gil down there clowning too. I know you talking to Jay Brown. See, he messing with you. Jay Brown told you. Gil ain't gonna give nobody no slack. I wear his ass out though. I ain't thinking about Gil. I'll tear Gil's ass up. We'll go toe to toe, me and Gil. That's right, Gil. You know I'll go toe to toe with you. Now you messing with Jay Brown. Yeah. And new. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now though. Porter is not gonna get punked. Porter is gonna go, but even though he can't get away with this shit that he's doing here. Now this is something he can't get away with, but he's gonna be in there trying to get it done. Okay, let's go back to our topic. Let's go back to the master at this. Yeah. Go back to the master, see if we had that. No, here we go. So this is another classic example right here of when a fighter don't know or just disrespects who's in front of them. When they disrespect who's in front of them, then that's what they end up with. They end up with that 10 count. And yeah, we've seen this, but I'm just saying I'd like to show it again. Moving out the way. Let's move on. Let's move on now. And we'll see classic in slow motion that I got weapons no matter what. All the hands that I got are weapons of mass destruction. Are weapons of hey, Jay Brown, don't retract now. If you roll with Crawford, then stay with him now. Don't retract. Don't say you got a good chance. Just stick with him. Did you know me? I'm just going for the winner. Whoever wins, the opposite person, the winner may be in here. I might do a breakdown of how he won, or I might do a breakdown of the loser for talking. It depends on what the energy is like before the fight. If the energy before the fight they talking too much, then you know I'm gonna get on them. You already know that though. That's automatic. That's automatic with Eagle right there. That's automatic. Automatic. In case you didn't know. That's automatic. This case you didn't know it's automatic. But look at this though. So you don't want to end up on your back. And see the thing is that's the quickness and you can see that because of it's in slow motion. That's what I want y'all to understand. This is in slow motion. So fast time, it would have been a lot different. So they both were timing each other. But that's how smart Sugar Ray Robinson was and how fast he was. That they're both timing. So before he can get his punch off, Sugar Ray got that right hand off. No left hook. That's why I told you all the punches that he throw is good punches. Bam! Get your ass out of here. Sit your ass down. He put the Larry Holmes sit your ass down. Instead of the Larry Holmes sit your ass down jab, he put the Sugar Ray Robinson sit your ass down right hand. Let me see what my brother got, because he said Eagles Web. So let me read it out. Eagles Web. What do you got? Eagles Web. Who was the Sugar Ray was fighting in that clip though? He said Jeff from the tire shop. Granddaddy. Yeah, that's Jeff from the tire shop's granddaddy right there. It depends though if Jeff was. It depends, man. If Jeff, what color is Jeff? Because that's the brown skin brother right there. So I got to check and see who it was. I forgot who it was. It's because it's hard to see in this small clip, but I'm trying to think. Just hold on to that. I have the information for you, but yeah, I have the information for you. But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is right there, though. But he just took that. Yeah, but if you're gonna time somebody, if you both time each other, and we see this in boxing a lot. Not a terrible lot, but we see this in boxing a lot. And I see my brother back down in there, Sir Flame up in the house, y'all. Let me read him out in a second, though, but salute to Sir Flame. But yeah, a lot of fighters try to end up timing each other at the same time when the speed is about the same. That they both get hit. Matter of fact, Wilder in the first Wilder Ortiz fight went like that. Is that they both timed each other at the same time. They both landed punches, but Wilder's just was a harder shot. And sometimes that happens. You can only do that. Now, you could do this if you're faster. You could do this. And if you're not worried about the other guy's punch. And so that's what I was talking about when it comes to those Charlos. A lot of times now you might time them the same time that they time you, but you got to have some monster crack behind your shot. If you're going to trade with those two, you got to have some monster crack. Nobody that I know of right now has it. We'll see if Banana got it. We'll see. Or will he just get overwhelmed and get pieced up? But Gil, you stupid. I'm going to stop messing with you, man. I'm going to stop reading your comments out. And yeah, Jeff from the tire shop. But see, now if you do that, Gil, then you can't be big up in if you're going to talk about Jeff from the tire shop, then you can't big up Crawford. But you can't big up him because that's what you say he's fighting. But let me read what y'all got. Okay, Jake Brown said there's no retract. Bud versus Porter is a tough fight for both men. Okay, but who you got though? You got Bud though, right, Jake Brown? You got Bud, right? And I'm not. I was just messing with you, man. I'm just kidding around. Y'all know y'all my web, man. I'm just kidding with you, man. I'm not serious about it, man. Whatever it is, but come back. Just come back. If you want Bud, then you got Bud. But let me read my brother out. He Surf Flame says, salute the Eagles way up. He says, salute to the chat. And as always, jab that like button on y'all neck. He said, don't get neck up in Eagles way up boxing. That's right. And we missed the brother, when was it, last week? My brother Gil left me. As soon as Gil left, Derek Bailey and them had to go. Don Dada, they all had to go to work, man. I had too many trolls falling up in here. But it was too many, but it was salute out to the brother. And then Surf Flame, I got Porter over Bud, Ugas over Bud, and Spence over Bud. God dang. See, Surf Flame just came in here and threw it at y'all. And Gil Coles don't like for me to have Manny Pacquiao, Surf Flame, as the face of boxing. But I told him, I said, it is what it is. I said, Manny Pacquiao is the face of boxing. And there's nothing we can do about that because we're fans. The fighters got to do something about it. You got to unthrone his ass because he's doing all kinds of player moves and stuff. He's still fighting y'all. He over 40. He's still fighting y'all. He's the face of boxing. And he put in... And that's what I'm saying. And he uses the stuff that he need to use. So let's bring it up. So I got to hear from Gil. I got to hear from everybody. So let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. Let's show it. Let's show a little bit. Let's see if I got it. I got it right here. And remember we talking about the skill sets and stuff, what you got to do? Same thing Sugar Ray Robinson is doing. If you got somebody standing around with their hands down or just covering up, want to take punches, then that's what you do. You punch their ass. Oh, you going to just put your hands down? You going to put your hands up and want to take punches? All right, I see you, Jay Brown. Jay Brown going to stick with Bud. I don't know about that. You know, I can't pick either. I can't pick any of them, but if it happens, we'll do the breakdown. Y'all know. You know we'll do the breakdown, and then y'all can figure it out from that. Once we do the breakdown, then y'all be like, okay, yeah, I got Eagle, broke it down. I'm gonna go this way. You know, I'm just giving y'all. I like to put the information out because you know I'm not allowed to really choose. And I'm gonna roll with I roll with Gil Cole, so I'm a jump ship. And so I'm a roll with one of my other brothers up in here. Probably I'm gonna roll with either Jay Brown or somebody else. And that's just me saying that. That doesn't have the effect. I'm still the host, so whoever get that ass whooped, that's what they get. But see, the difference here is, Manny is playing the role of Sugar Ray Robinson, and Keith is just all bent over like all day. I don't know what to do. See, and the thing is, you can't fight these fighters, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Gil, if he fights Earl Spence like he act like he want to, and he has any of this in him, if he has any of this unsureness in him, he gonna get bodied. I'm telling you that right now. He gonna get bodied. And see, this is how you fight a fighter when you're doing what you want to. That's how you fight somebody, no matter what kind of punching powers they got or whatever. And Manny's just running over him. And the skill set, nowhere near Sugar Ray Robinson, Manny Pacquiao's skill set. But think about it. He's the face of boxing right now, and he don't even have that kind of a skill set. He don't have no Sugar Ray Robinson skill set. He don't. Just does not. Not even close. Not even close. He don't. Not even close to have that skill set. But they got things in common. Like, it's me whooping your ass. That's all it is. And so we're gonna look at some other things when it comes to the Sugar Man. Sugar Man. That's what they called him on. Well, they was just making fun. They was kind of playing. If you guys ever watch Harlem Nights, there was a Sugar Ray in there. They just called him the Sugar Man. But let's look. And what I wanted you to see on this classic boxing clip, let me give them their credit, even though it's an older clip, but it's from classic boxing. If you notice what's happening, is the opponent is ducking underneath stuff. He's moving around pretty good. He's moving around not like Khan. Not like Khan, because he's not getting hit. Because you notice, and we're not talking about Ray right now. Look, when he gets over to your left, over to the left side, he backs up. See? But let's look at the difference. I want you to see the difference here. Yeah, we're doing kind of a breakdown a little bit. We're doing a little bit of a breakdown, you know what I mean? But we're trying to see what fighters do now. So let's look at the difference. So the fighter, even though the fighter still got, he still got exposed, but check it out. So the difference, look at the footwork difference right here. If you look at the footwork difference between Khan, look at the footwork. He never went back. He set his own self up to be timed. Look. And even though and Canelo couldn't land that like stretching his foot out there with Mayweather. Because he's telegraphs his shit. And that's why he's going to get beat up. When he fights the right one, he's going to get beat up. Because Canelo does a lot of stuff to telegraph. We'll break it down though. But if you look at the difference between this fighter here. If you look at the difference between him. And let's just go back. And this fighter. Now, this fighter's ducking out the way. He turns. And he's doing that same kind of a pivot. But then he goes backwards. He goes back. Let me get out of the heat for a little bit. He still end up getting cracked. Because what happened is Sugar Ray closed the distance. Now, the reason I wanted to show this clip here most is because of both fighters. And they're comfortable. That's what you call being comfortable in the ring. They're actually comfortable fighting each other. See, when you're comfortable fighting each other, you kind of lay up on the other fighter. You know he's not going to do nothing dirty and throw no shots. Y'all kind of hugged up. If you notice, Sugar Ray just like left his hands down. He wasn't all tight, didn't throw him off of him. They just comfortable. They feeling good at fighting each other. See, and the difference being here is he's not comfortable. Khan is not comfortable. Yeah. And Jay Brown putting it out there. He throw it out there. He said, keep talking because he know he ain't next. He know he ain't got that neck out there, right? If he don't have that neck out there, of course, a lot of them, and that's why I said, Jay Brown, I'm not going to get into all the gossiping and talking and all that. I need paperwork. When you show me paperwork, yeah. Okay, you said, so I'm saying the styles make fights because Porter and Ugas was a hell of a fight. He said, I don't see Bud in that type of a fight. Yeah, because it's going to be a whole different style. And you never know what Porter's going to do. Because like somebody mentioned, Porter just throws everything. Porter do anything. You don't never know what Porter's going to do. You don't know what Porter's gonna do. Is Bud ready for just anything? And I'm not going. And just because somebody beats somebody in the amateurs, that don't always mean something, but it must mean a little bit, because Bud ain't fighting Danny for forever for some reason. And they both didn't they fight before? How did Ugas and Bud? How did that turn out in the amateurs? How did that turn out? Huh? Because there goes Bud right there. There goes Porter right there. Ain't no telling. We don't know. Porter's desperate, and he's a hard fighter to make yourself look good against, and he does anything, and we may end up seeing something like this. So we may end up seeing something like that, a leaping, he might not do that against Bud, but then again, he might. He's going to try some kind of weird shit, and he's going to keep switching it up. And they sparred before, right? A lot of people see is just not, you don't always beat Porter. It's not even a handful of people that actually beat Porter. And you say right now nobody beat Bud, but Bud, get your ass in there with somebody. That's all we want to say. Of course, yes, styles make fights, though. Styles make fights, but sometimes a fighter will makes a fight, too, though. It has shit to do with style all the time. Now, for the most part, that's a true statement. But I never get stuck on one scenario. I never get stuck like that. Because if you look at the first Stiverne Wilder fight, the style made the fight. Wilder won, but Stiverne went the whole distance, right? So what did the style have to do with the second fight? Was it style that made fight, or did one fighter just go in there and say, I'm beating you up? See, so sometimes is a fighter's going in there, I'm going to beat you up. And sometimes it's a style. Spence is more of a, I'm just going to beat you up, I don't care about the style. And so that's where you have to draw another line in the sand for those type of fighters. A fighter that just don't care. And that's what we're talking about right now. A lot of times, like, there was only a couple of fighters, not when Sugar Ray Robinson was in his prime, he beat everybody. But there was only a couple of fighters that this style matched up with him, to where he just, and it had to do with a lot of other things. It wasn't even really the style. It's just that, it's just a point in his career where he didn't even care to try to adjust and nothing like that. Yeah. Yeah. And you see, Bud will back up time. Sounds coming in. Bud makes adjustments in fight that Porter doesn't. Porter sticks to a game plan. He's not a thinking fighter. You have to do to make adjustments once Bud makes his. And I agree with your sentiment on that. And I am going to agree with that. That I don't really see Porter as like that much like a real thinker. He does think. I'm not going to he's not a dummy. He does think. But his level of thinking is just, it's on a different level. It's not on that high of a level. But we got to look at it like this also. And Jay Brown might have had a great point. That Porter, and the reason I'm going to say this is because you got to realize that Porter is actually a fight more or less commentator. So he's a fight analyst right now. So he's actually, why a lot of these fighters aren't able to go to the gym and a lot of them not working. When he was, you got to think about it, that he learned some things even about Danny and the rest of them. Believe me, he has picked up some things. So we never know what he might bring to the table. And a lot of times, that's some of these fighters that want to come back, a lot of them have been behind that camera too. And that's the reason because they're seeing stuff like, I know I can exploit that. And that's a lot of times what fighters do. Fighters going to watch you. Just like we're watching these clips and stuff, a fighter's going to watch you to see what he can do. So I'm not going to take away from him. I give him a big chance. I give him a big chance in this, right? And you said Ugas won in the amateur, but Bud wasn't a top amateur neither. They said Bud has exceeded what people thought he would be in the pros. Okay. All right. And like I said, I just asked a simple question. But you don't think Ugas got any better from the amateurs? I want to see the fights. Because we're going to keep coming up with all this stuff about who's this and who that, who fought and who didn't have a great amateur career and who didn't. Earl had a great amateur career. You know, he had a real decent amateur career. So some fighters had, good amateur careers, but that doesn't always go to the pros. And we know they're both in the pros. And Ugas done lost some fights, but he's about to fight for his own self a championship. So I'm going to give him his props. Whoever's fighting, I'm going to give him their props. I just want to see it. For Eagles Web, you guys already know Eagles Web. Eagles Web boxing, when you want the real, not some deal. We just want to see it. We don't want to just hear it and talk about it. And see, in this one here, so this is classic, like, disrespect. And we've probably seen this before, but this is just classic disrespect, just walking in and thinking you're gonna just go throw a bomb at the great Sugar Ray Robinson. You're not gonna just come in. He's not gonna just let you come in and throw a bomb. And so, straight hook. Get your ass out of here. He gave him the sit your ass down hook. Sit your ass. Yep. Down. That's right, Surf Lane. Surf Lane says, we say here, let's see it. That's all we do, though. That's what we talk about. We talk about seeing it. We don't, all this other stuff with people just talking and shit, that's all good and dandy. I mean, fine. I mean, you talking about it. We don't care about all that talking shit. Hey, lace them up. Hey, that's what we want to know, Surf Lane. We want to know what your lace-up game is like, right? What's your lace-up game? What's your lace-up game like, right? How you put them things on. And I'm not saying put those things on the way that we seen our boy, not our boy, I don't know, maybe one of y'all's boy out there, but that we seen him put on them things. But yeah, how you put them things, about how good are you with those things right there? And see, this is just another look. See, and this is another guy that's coming in disrespectful. Well, because he thinks he's going to load in. He thinks he's loading up the way he's walking in. He thinks he's loading up for an overhand right, like a hook. He thinks that's what he's going to do. But Sugar Ray had his hands down the whole time. This was like, it was almost, he's just bouncing like, come on in. And this is, you never want to do this with a boxer that fast and got that kind of a hook. And he came in and melted. He came in and took that hook and it was all over with. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, Ugas has gotten better. Yeah, that's devastating right there though. Why'd you walk in just to take that? God dang. I think I could take it. Yeah, you take it. Let's switch it up. Let's look at another one. Here we go. Let's look at this nice little. We're looking at a finishing shot. So in this clip here, we're showing, and the reason, and we got kind of off top a little bit because we're talking about the skill sets of fighters today. Is what fighters today have that kind of a skill set where they can do this kind of stuff to you? And I'm gonna say none of them. None of them really have this kind of skill set. You got some in there just, honorable mention or close, but they just don't have, like I said, we mentioned fighters. We got fighters that will just beat you up because we got fighters that will just come beat you up. We got fighters that will try to outbox you. But what happens in a controversial situation? We got fighters that can punch real hard, but what happens in a controversial situation? What happens when somebody's loading up and about to throw a bomb at you? Are you going to retreat? Are you in there to fight? And if you notice, at the same time, the mouthpiece comes out too. Did y'all notice that? From the right hand. Look at the right hand. Watch the mouthpiece come out. He knocked the mouthpiece out there with the audience, like 3 rows back. Bam. So the right hand here, everybody, and he's known for those good left hooks, but he's like his body shot, so he's low. So 2 left hooks. Got that low left hook and then a higher one, but they're not his best left hook. But then he just watched the guy was going to try to come back with a right hook himself. And once he tried to come back with that right hook, y'all seen it. The right hand and the mouthpiece went up into the, look at the mouthpiece. Y'all see it? Boom, slow motion. Slow motion over the top rope. That mouthpiece went straight over the top rope. Bam. Yeah. Jay Brown said he took it. He said he took it all right. He said, I can watch a clip of Ray Robinson all day long. Yeah, he took that. Yeah, he damn sure took it. He came in like, I'm going to give. But he was thinking, so the whole thing about Ray, see, and this is another way that you set an opponent up. See, people think that you just throw everything hard, right? So he didn't throw everything hard. And let's look and see. Let's analyze why he didn't throw everything hard on that left side, on the opponent's right side, but with his left hand. The reason he didn't throw everything hard, and this is a thinking fighter, the reason he didn't throw everything hard is because if you notice that he was guarding. You see what I mean? He was actually guarding. He dropped, but see, look, he was actually guarding. He was taking shots on the left. He said, "Oh, that shit ain't that bad." And so then he gonna throw a right hook. And when he was throwing the right hook, of course, in order to get to him, he had to drop his left arm. So he dropped his left arm to try to throw it, and he timed it like right. As soon as it dropped, it was like right there, bam. Hey, spit your mouthpiece out, bam. And then there goes the mouthpiece over the rope. And see, the skill set that we talking about. My set is set. Is your set today really set? Because if your set was set like back then, how many people, there was people that went for this other fighter, but what's the percentage of people you think that was betting on this other fighter because style makes fight? How many people you think was betting on this guy to win? And do we have landslide decisions like that now? As far as like when I say decisions, I mean not the decision to fight, because this was obviously the knockout, but the decision of who's going to win. How are we looking at that today? Who's the biggest underdogs today? Andrew Ruiz was a big underdog, right? But what bigger underdog have we had that won in our modern day boxing within the last year or so? Which one? If you see, you understand what I'm saying? So which fighter have we had that was like a total underdog, like these fighters here? So when you went to go bet, you wasn't going to win no money off this fight. When you went to go bet, because what happened on this fight, you probably had to pay $15 to win $1. Yes, you just wanted to say you won. Unless you just wanted to say I won. Oh, I won. Just so you could show that winning ticket, you probably would never cash it in. You just doing that just to have some memorabilia. That's all you're doing that about. I see my brother down there, Michael Johnson Boxing, talking more up in here. Yep, salute to him. Coming up here in the Eagles Web, man. Eagles Web Boxing. Y'all see what it is. But if you look, I'm throwing something not so hard on my left hand is not going to be as hard because you waiting to get knocked out by the left hook. So I'm throwing something nice and light, boom, boom, boom. Now you relax a little bit. You think you're going to throw your overhand, bam, there goes your mouthpiece over the rope. So everything he threw is just like somebody said, everything he did was like monster shit. Yeah. And here we go. I don't think Bud could take Porter's leaping, lunging punches, as Sir Flame said. Yeah, Bud he can't afford to get, is he going to get hit? That's the question. Is he going to get hit by Porter? That's the whole thing. Is he going to get hit? Is he going to go in there and try to trade with Porter, and is he going to get hit? That's two things. Yeah. Yeah, Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah, that's right, Jay Brown. Jay Brown said Ray could do it all. That's right. You got it right. But let me see what Michael Johnson Boxing talking more said. He said he threw him off balance and smothered him so he couldn't get his left hook off. Oh, yeah, he's trying his best. If you look at him, he's trying his best and stuff. But when he was smothering him at first, but then he's tried to do, watch how he tries to turn his body. So look real quick, look real carefully. But plus he's doing the mummy back step. You can't do the mummy back step against somebody like that. Same thing that Keith was doing, and that his feet got squared up. And see, if I tell you guys the wrong thing, you cannot get in that squared up position. What he should have been doing is he should have been spinning. He should have been stepping over to it. He should have been stepping over to his right. He should have got the hell up out of there. But no, he's trying to twist and turn that body with that hand up. And then as soon as As soon as he felt himself against the rope, now in my desperation, I have to throw this right hand, and he tries to throw the right hand, and it's too late. He throws the right hand, and bam, there goes the mouthpiece, and that's it. That's right. You tell him, Jake Brown. You get on Surf Flame. Ain't no safety in here. Don't come in Eagles way of boxing for safety. Y'all know better than that. Because everybody can get it up in here. And I like y'all. If y'all get each other up in here, it's fine with Eagles Web too. Y'all can get each other too. Let them know. Hey, we don't play up in here like that. Ain't nobody playing up in here. We take this boxing to a whole different level. Because we take it to the level of, understanding our boxing to see what's going on. And we take the different perspectives and stuff like that. Because MJ, Michael Johnson Boxer talking more, he got, valid points on what's going on. Yep, and that's what happened. So you come in here, and that's what happens to you. But we're talking about the sets, though. Who has this kind of a set and knowledge? See, this is, look how short this clip is. That's what y'all don't understand. It's real short. The thinking is just in this process, because boxing is it's a thinker's sport. You got to think. Can you think for an entire 3 minutes of every round, and each round is going to be different? I see you down there, D-Lo 404 boxing. Salute to you. You said salute. You said I come in peace. No, ain't no peaceful. You can't come in here in no peace. You can come in here in peace, but the web will piece you up. You part of the web too. And if you need to piece them up, and y'all check out D-Lo, he has content and stuff sometimes. He put out videos and stuff. Y'all go check him out, man, and give him a shout out. You know what I mean? Give him a thumbs up and stuff like that. Even if it's something that he put up before, y'all go check it out. Give him his shout out. Give him his shout out, give him his thumbs up and stuff, give him his props. And that's same with, and I say that with anybody who has anything that comes in here. Same thing, because I'll do the same thing. I don't just tell people to do stuff. I do the same thing that I ask y'all to do. But we talking about them sets though. Who got that set? Who has this set now? Because we always talk about the new faces of boxing and all that. And I just broke it down to you. I said, Manny does not have this kind of skill set, but who has this kind of a skill set? Who has this kind of a skill set to think like that within seconds? He's thinking, okay, I'm doing this. He's all up on me and stuff. They was actually locked in if you look at the beginning. They were kind of locked in. He tried to twist and turn. He trying to do this shit. He trying to do this, and then here he goes. He tried to throw that overhand. Here he go trying to throw that overhand. And once he was trying to throw it, bam. Got split timing, got caught. And we're not seeing this in boxing right now. We're not seeing the intelligence. We're seeing people waiting. What they waiting on? They just waiting, and Floyd turned it in what they call chess. But I'm telling you, even MTM, you couldn't play chess with Sugar Ray Robinson. You sit there trying to play, try that little pull counter, and try to play chess with him, and your ass end up getting knocked smooth the hell out. Because guess what? One thing he would think about your pull counter. And before you could get your pull counter off, he'll make sure. And see, this is what I know he would do. And I know it for our speculation. Is that in order to null and void that pull counter, he'd get your ass against the ropes. He ain't going to do it where you got the room to try to get that counter off. And he going to throw an overhand. He going to, bam, just like that. You're going to get caught just like this here. You're going to get caught just like that. But none of this here. None of this here. See, Polly just sitting there waiting to take the leaping hand. And just like I showed y'all the other fighter was smart. He just didn't have enough for Sugar Ray. And most fighters just didn't have enough for him. But we look at Khan to see the little pivot. You see right there, he's by the Tecante side, by the T. Now, he's right there, while his foot is on that E. When his foot touched, the right move for him, when he touched that E, the right move for him was back foot. That was the right move for him. But except for he didn't want to make the right move. He just he timed his own self. So in other words, and I don't like this red fraud anyway, but I'm just saying, you timed your own damn self. Why are you timing yourself? Why are you timing yourself for your opponent? Don't make no sense. A lot of fighters time themselves. For the opposite fight. You never heard that, huh? A fighter timing his own self. I don't have to time him. It's like you're timing yourself. If you moving like a clock, and that's exactly what he's doing. If you're moving like a clock, I can time you. Even because kids, we learn how to time a clock when we're little, right? I forgot. Don't even ask me what the name of that thing is, but they got that little thing where you set it to where it synchronizes with a watch. As a matter of fact, if you spin them together, I forget. I don't know the name of this damn thing. What the name of that damn thing is? It's not a pendulum, but if you spin them together, like you spin one, it will actually start making the rest of them. The vibration will start making all of them act as one, and they'll start going at the same time. But if you're timing yourself like a clock, and I know this is not, it don't sound like boxing talk, but if you're timing yourself like that, that's what happens to you. Because you timed yourself. What you didn't break up the timing. You see what I mean? So you didn't break the timing up. So 1, 2, if I did 2 things, if I did that twice, now the third time I can't do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, bam, I can't do that. I got to back up. Now I got to step back. Because in my mind, I don't know what the hell I'm about to do. And that's what it is he don't know what he's about to do. And that's why you got cracked. Because you didn't know what you was about to do. And this one probably he just out of sync. He just backing straight up like, because nobody should be able to leap off the ground and catch you like that. And that's what happened. Leaping off the ground and catching people. That shit don't make no sense. Yeah. Michael Johnson, boxing talking more. He said I don't box, but I play football. He said, but the basics will save your butt. That's it. There you go. The basics will save your butt. He got a boxing chat. I respect him as being boxing knowledgeable though. Still, I respect the people that come see me, my web watchers. I don't even know what you guys' level is in boxing, nothing like that. I don't care. Cause I always got people come in here. Do you box or you do this? No, I'm a chat host. I'm a host, so it don't matter what my background is. If I sound like I'm talking shit, then check me on it or something like that. If I don't know something. If I miss something, this is a chat. So sometimes even Eagle can miss stuff even if I didn't miss it, a lot of times I like to cover certain stuff when it comes to the boxing. And people mess with me because they must think I know a little bit of something, even though I don't know shit. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, Eagle, he don't know shit about boxing." Okay, well I don't know shit. If that makes you feel better, let me put my face in there so I can talk to you directly. Because if you didn't slide down the web. And if you didn't slide down the web and you don't think Eagle know, then come see about us. Bring your ass down the web, because my web watchers, just like me, we want to see it. We want to see. We don't want you all up in the top of the web talking about, hey, they're doing this shit and at home or whatever, to get rolling over and getting mad and shit. We need your ass to slide down the web, come down here and have a conversation with the web watchers and with me. That's what we need you to do. Or shut your ass up. Or tell them what to do. Or what they do, Sir Flame. Or what? I put it up. Come in here. I don't care if you're in your car or you're at home, whatever. Just like me. I'm doing the show. But guess what? I'm sitting down. So sit your ass down. That's it. Simple as that. Sit your ass down. That's what we put Larry Holmes up for. Larry Holmes, remind your ass, take a jab, and sit your ass home. And the thing about Larry is Larry's just too quick for this guy. The guy was just like thinking that, oh, that shit, he can't be hitting me with that many jabs. He got mesmerized after the first jab. Watch his hand after he got hit with the jab. Not that one, not the last one, but watch the first jab. Watch what he does when he gets. He thinks he's actually blocking. So he's getting hit, but he's kind of blocking. Like, look, just watch. It's kind of quick, but just watch. He's kind of blocking. He's throwing his hands up good, and then boom, just sit your ass down. Ain't nobody thinking about your blocking. Y'all know me drinking my tea. But in Eagles Way of Boxing, let's see the skill set. Let's see it. That's our whole thing. Let's see the skill set. We don't want to keep talking about it. Let's see it. Yeah, Jay Brown back there. He said, you don't get this type of skill set in 20 plus fights. He said, that's over 60 plus fights in for Ray. Oh, that's a whole lot of fights for Ray. But I'm saying you do get it in if you got the right opposition. But he was just skillful coming in. That's what y'all got to understand. It's not always, it's skill set, But some people come in and they're already talented. Now here's a question for you. To all my little scholars out there, here's a question for you. Here's a good question for you. Before Muhammad Ali even fought heavyweight, what was his highest weight that he fought at? Okay, that's a question for you. Now, and what was his skill set like? And did he have 60 fights? I'll give you a bunch of questions. So, because you guys know, I'll chop your shit down. You come in here with that, you know I'll chop it down a little bit. I know it's a discussion, but how many fights did he have before he became a heavyweight champion? You don't even need to know the exact number. But I'm asking you these questions because we're talking about weight, we're talking about skills, we're talking about fights. How many fights with the skill set in the fights? And sometimes, like the whole skill set thing is the reason I'm doing Sugar Ray, and I'm not doing a whole breakdown on Sugar Ray, but I'm showing the reason I'm doing Sugar Ray is because the reason he's my classic, because he is the only pound for pound that I know of. And because he has all the skills. Now, fighters don't have all the skills, but our whole thing about the whole skill set is what do I do to get whatever skill set I have to get my best punches off, or what do I need to do to get my best punches off to win this fight convincingly enough to where people start giving me these kind of accolades, to where they start big upping me, where they put me on the throne. I'm not talking about like an MTM, you come riding in on a throne or something like that because you making yourself throne worthy. No, let the fan make you throne worthy. And this fighter is a throne worthy fighter. So that's not always true. It can be true that it takes more fights, but all fighters aren't created equal. And that's why we got him up, because he's not created equal with the rest of these fighters. And we'll look again. We'll look again. We'll look at this movement, and we'll notice that I still don't like this, when fighters back up like that. It's something that I don't like, the way that they back up. I don't like but he actually kind of, he can get away with it with the fighter he's fighting, that he can jump back like that. But if you look at it, that right hand, and then what happens? What happens? Is that you're waiting for a right hand. You're waiting for a right hand, and then what happens? Now you finally give me the opportunity to get you with the perfect punch. You give me the opportunity to get you with that left hand. The monster hook. That's what you gave me the opportunity to do. See? But who today is what we're talking about. Who today has that skill set? They don't. So what do they have to do in order to get us and get other people excited about the fighting and about boxing? See? Now in this case, we know that perfect punch, and we know that that's his hard shot that he loves to throw. I just wanted to show to emphasize this shot. And the reason I'm emphasizing this shot here, is because a lot of people think that's what he's known for. But this, believe me, I'm not showing you all of this. I'm just showing you just that a lot of fighters were ready to block that left. See? He was able to time and get that hand up, that glove up good. And that's what I'm talking about. What do you do to null and void somebody's skill set? And so he null and voided, but guess what? That's the left hook. But guess what hand he ended up taking? You already know what he took afterwards, though, right? Because Sugar Ray is not going to keep doing the same thing. And he was trying to put him, and believe me, he was trying to put him out the ring with this one. That's like he actually left the ground. He's turning with that on that right foot, on the ball left foot. He's spinning. But it was unsuccessful. So what else would he have done? Since he had every punch in the book, uppercuts and everything else, of course, then he's going to throw uppercuts and everything else until he get the guy out. That's all. That's what he do. He likes Sugar Ray. That's what I do. Yeah. And we go back to one where, like I said, this was the first shot I showed, and we see that the weapon of mass hook devastation, the weapon of mass left hook devastation if it does land and you let it land because you're not prepared for it, he will use that one on you. But that's not the only one that he used. Like I said, like a lot of people know, is that he had a lot of other weapons. A lot of other weapons. Let you hug, do what you got to do. And see, I like this clip too because, like I said, they're nice and comfortable with each other. Nobody's throwing cheap shots like when they clenched up. Yep, the ref, they say your hands is free. Of course, he knows his hands was free, but Sugar Ray Robinson knows he could feel you when you're on him. He knows that you locking his arms in, so he know you ain't throwing no punches. And once you release, then his hands gonna come up. See? But a lot of fighters aren't that smart. I see you down there, Jay to the Brown. Jay Brown said that's true. Yep. Yeah, Michael Johnson getting on Jay Brown. He said, that's how I'm going to knock you out. He said, and take the Eagles web crown. Well, y'all got to knock out Gil, too. Y'all got to get rid of Gil, man. Yep. But we're going to get it back up, man. We're gonna do it, man. I'll let y'all. I'm just waiting for the show to build back up a little bit. Waiting for y'all to get up in here. And, yeah, we'll do it again, man. We'll have a good one. Because I know some stuff you guys aren't, and he knows you messing with him, but, you know, some of the stuff you guys don't have, some of the questions that I asked you, you guys don't have, and which is good. I like the fact that y'all don't have everything, but I wanted to make it to where, yeah, I'm gonna make it, it's gonna be good. Because I'm gonna make it to where everybody has their opportunity, to get the W. To get the W's up in Eagle Web Boxing. Yeah. But when we talk about all these different skill sets at Michael Johnson, Boxing Talking More, is that nobody's actually has these skill sets like Sugar Ray Robinson. So it's hard to try to mention them with them because they just don't have the weaponry in the defense. Like I said, I had to rush this together because here I am. I thought I had all the clips that I wanted, and then I didn't even the clips that I got. I didn't save the clips the way that I was supposed to save them. So I had a bunch of steal shots. I could have done that too. I could have when I do him, I probably will do him, but when I do him, then I'll break them down, and I'll get some other shots that I need. I'll get some steal shots and stuff like that, because the defensive set. We kind of missed the defensive set because he did have he would go down like Archie Moore and stuff like that too. He would go underneath your punches and stuff too. Good head movement. And if I'm saying these fighters don't have all the skill, because if they had all these skills, they wouldn't be getting hit like that. Crawford gets hit. So he don't move his head as good as he should. These fighters aren't moving out. Their defensive skills they're lacking a lot. Most of these fighters' defensive skills they lack. And that's why you see all these knockouts. That's why they get knocked the hell out, because they just don't have that skill set. They're not moving the head like they should. And see, what fighters do is, like a fighter will find out what you don't like, and that's what he's going to use against you. So you're going to have to find out a way to start liking it, whatever fighter brings. And that's the kind of conversation I want a fighter to, I want a fighter to say that. Oh, shit, I don't care what you bring. You can, I don't care whatever you bring. I'm breaking that down and sending your ass home beltless or knocked out. That's the kind of talk I want. But not just that talk. You know what I mean? I want that action after. Because we got to see it, man. Sir Flame put it down. Sir Flame said, we got to see it. Michael Johnson, Boxing Talking More. He said, we got to fight for a shot at Gil. Yep. He said, you sound like Keith Thurman. Yeah, but y'all got to knock him down. He's still the web champ. He probably out right now. He probably playing video games right now. He probably playing video games. That's all. Yep. He said, yeah, you right. He said Helen Joseph should be getting whooped like that. Yeah. Yeah. And see, the whole thing is we need to get these fighters in here that's doing their, we need to get these fighters in here who's going to actually, fight and show us what they got. Basically, we need to, you got to show us what you got, man. And to get us excited. We're not excited. I don't care. People act like they're excited about certain fighters, but you're not. You're not that damn excited. You know what I mean? You know when somebody's excited. People that's excited already got their tickets and shit, or they can't wait for tickets to go on sale. That's how somebody who's really excited, because oh man, these tickets, man. All they talking about, you can't even get on the phone with them without them talking about these damn tickets. And that's how I'm going to be once they clear this bullshit up and I can get my ass to Vegas and watch one of these big fights. That's all you're going to hear Eagle talking about is the tickets. That's what you're going to hear me talk about. Oh, tickets. I got to get these tickets. You know? But it would be lovelier if I can go see one of these fights and we're actually watching somebody who got the skill set. Because we ain't trying to see this. Like this here, I'm not trying to see that. If that happened, it'd probably be funny. Damn sure have my camera out waiting for it. But these fighters is like here, like I said, this fighter, he didn't want to be in there. When you turning like that, you don't want to be in there. And you're keeping the same look. Because look, he starts way over on this other, so he starts right in front of us. Before he starts his pivot, he started right over us and he timed himself just like a clock and got clocked. That's what happens when you time yourself like a clock. Is you get your ass knocked out just like a clock. It ain't no winding that ass back up. You know what I mean? There ain't no winding him back up. Once you take that, there's no more winding you up, you know. But we covered it though. I could have done a little bit more on the skill sets with people. What I'm saying, but I threw it out there for my audience, for my web watchers to say who has a complete skill set like that today. Because everybody wants to mention the guy that's right underneath me. Everybody wants to mention how much better boxers are today, but nobody. If you look back, he's like, hey, well, nobody has that kind of. They don't have that skill set. It's just not there. And why don't they? Why the trainers are disappearing, man? We got to get somebody skilled back up, so we don't have to talk about people like this little pink dwarf with the sausage arm who ain't fighting nobody, and who's gonna be out of boxing before he even get 40 fights. He ain't gonna get no fights. He's not gonna get all those fights. He's waiting for everybody to move up out of his class or whatever. And you're gonna have to fight somebody. You got all these people around the same weight. You got Haney down there, good skill set. Shakur Stevenson, good skill set. You got Tank. You know, but Tank don't. The difference before, because there's a lot of fighters. Like I said, there's fighters that get big. Just like I was mentioning, nobody answered the question because I said before Muhammad Ali even had a heavyweight fight. How big was he? What was his size? What was his weight before he become heavyweight? How big was he? And you talking about in a few years, less than 4 years, become heavyweight champion of the world, and you're not even a heavyweight? So I tell people, get out of here with these whole scenarios about certain fighters. Get the hell all the way up out of here. Gil, you stupid. I'm tired of messing with you, Gil. Gil, you stupid as I don't know what. Gil back in there. See Thurman getting skilled back. He said he's getting skilled back up. He said play the flute. I'll play it. No, I'll play it Friday, man. I'll play the fruit Friday, man. I gotta get up out of here right now. But I'll play the flute. The fruit. The flute. You know my English is messed up, man. I'm happy y'all still stay with me. Y'all like Eagle. Oh, non-English. I know y'all talk bad about me afterwards, though. He sound like everything and everywhere. Like he from everywhere. He sound like everything. And like his skill set. But my tongue is still quick, though. Don't matter. I might not speak in the English like you speak in the English, but guess what? I'm understood. And when I have somebody like Jay Brown come in and he say that's true, that means he's understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth, man. But y'all know what to do, man. We're going to talk about these sets some more. You boxers, get your skill set up. And like Gil Cole said, that Thurman is going to get that skill. He's going to get skilled back up, y'all. But we got to see it, man. Don't bring your ass in here, Gil. If something happened, bring your ass back to Eagles Web. Because we got your hashtag in there right now. Play the flute. And he's going to get skilled up. So we got to see it, man. But anyway, man, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me, man. Y'all know what it is. Nothing but blessings, man. Right? Let me read Jay Brown out one more time. He said, I play DB. He said, ain't no way in hell I'm not trying to figure out what made DBs in 60, 70, 80s, 90 era great. No touchdowns on me last season. I heard you, Michael Johnson, Michael talking more. And that's what you do, man. It's called film study, brother. It's called film study. And they all missing out, man. Y'all listen to what the brothers say, man. Pay attention. Pay attention, because people that come in Eagles Web got sense, man. It ain't all about this eagle running his mouth, man, and people think, oh, he a grouchy old man and all that, man. F you, if that's what you think, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Yeah. I'll write it down there, but y'all know what it is. Nothing but blessings, man. That's right.